Genesis.
Good morning, Genesis.
Good morning.
Welcome everybody to Genesis Center for Spiritual Living. Please stand and sing our opening song, Joy to the World.
Oh, yay.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing.
Check these out if you want. I'm not getting anything. Did I do something to him?
He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations through. The glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love. And the Genesis chorus. So I'm so glad you're here and chose to spend the day with us. I'm Reverend James. I'm the senior minister here at Genesis CSL, and I'm your host today. Our online host today is Eric. So if you're watching on Facebook, please say hello to everybody in the comments. Share your reactions and make a connection. It's our season of prosperity, and so we're going to have a prosperity proclamation. It's a time to live in the flow of divine abundance. Our theme, a rising tide, lifts all boats and lifts all of us, reminds us that prosperity is not just a spiritual flow of good in our lives. Our giving lifts us to new heights and helps our whole community rise. Please join me in speaking our prosperity vision aloud. Together, we come together to create a rising tide that lifts us all. So, and so we do, and so it is. We have got our pledge drive has brought in $77,000 so far, which is not quite what we were hoping for, but it is 20% better than last year. So we're on our way. This is a positive development. So it's announcement time. The first announcement is we're hosting a celebration party for Genesis, just for Genesis, simply to honor and celebrate how truly amazing this community is, and to thank you for the love, commitment, and generosity that make it thrive. So join us Saturday, January 9th, from 5 to 8 p.m. at Studio 620 here. 5 to 10. Oh.
January 10th.
Oh, January 10th. Saturday, January 10th. Oh, I said the wrong thing. Okay. 5 to 8 p.m. at Studio 620 for great food, live music, and meaningful time with friends. Bring your family, relax, and enjoy. And please RSVP. There's a sign up at the welcome table, or you can email info@genesis.org. And this is just so that we know how much food to bring. So name tags are available at the coffee station if you want to have name tags. We're having Christmas Eve candlelight service and an after party on December 24th, this Wednesday at 7 p.m. and Northern Lights CSL and Genesis. We're having a combined service. ChristineEss is providing the music. Reverend Vaughn and I will be providing the words, the rest of the service. So it's at 2022 Southwest 152nd Street in Burien. So it's just down the road. Coming in January, we're going to have monthly meditation and conversation after service. The second Sunday is 12 to 1 p.m. Facilitated by Karen L. Williams, RCP. So we'll bring more information about it, but it's going to be great. Worth staying for. Visioning a Way of Life is a Zoom class, which is starting on January 13th and going until February 17th, Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. See the bulletin board in the back for more details. Sign up before January 4th to get your early registration discount. But just know it's an opportunity to spend time with ChristineEss and Randy. So what could be better? And vision. Support youth and foster care through our treehouse fundraiser. So there's choose a giving slip from the Christmas tree. If you shop at Fred Meyer, there's a way you can sign up so that a portion of everything you spend goes to Genesis. Fred Meyer is nice that way. And it's really easy to sign up, but you have to know how. Book study meets after service today. No book required, but it will possibly be our last time between games 4 laws of spiritual prosperity, the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. And it's worth it. Edwene is always amazing, and she's really coming. She's ending the book with a bang. It's going to be great. So we've got no first-time guests in person, but if any of you online are watching for the first time, please go to our website, genesiscsl.org, and sign up so that we can have the right level of communication for you, to you. It will be personalized to you. And if ever it's too much, we turn it off with just a request. But now it's time for meet and greet for all of us. So let's get together and meet and greet. Reverend Rose is holding us in holy space.
You also have to have hearing aids that are capable
Or the headphones. These are made for use like that.
and mine aren't they're ready, but mine aren't capable right now.
Right. What brand are they? Because I can look it up and see what stage of being ready they are.
Getting signaled here?
Yeah. I've got too many things going on. Let me see.
So I'd like to take time to thank everybody in service today.
Is that microphone on?
The setup cleanup crew was a lot of us who were here earlier. Cynthia and Gideon and Christy and me and Eric and Mike and Jim.
Did you turn your mic on?
Oh,
I'm not showing you my butt.
there we go.
Thank you.
So we had an inspired setup crew. Anybody can join the cleanup crew. Just notice when cleanup is happening. But the setup crew was Reverend Rose and Eric and Mike and Jim and Christy and Cynthia and Gideon and myself. The Lord greeter today is Christy. Projector and video are Mike and Eric. Eric is also the online host. Jim is our sound tech. Gideon will be doing the offering collection. Reverend Rose is practicing vigil, keeping this whole service in holy space. And ChristineEss is our wonderful musician. So we're grateful for everybody who shows up in service on Sunday. We could not put this all together without you. If you'd like to be part of the Genesis service team, connect with Gideon after the service or part of the welcome table. I tell you, being of service is really fun. You get to pick your job, you get to do it when you're ready, and the joy you get. So we're going to have our centering song, which today is Silent Night. So let's remain seated. Let's take a deep inhalation. Christ, the perfect man, is developed within us through the realization and revelation of the self to the self. God in us is Christ, and Christ in us constitutes our true relationship to the parent mind, which is God. Everyone is a potential Christ, and as yet undeveloped divinity. From the least to the greatest, the same life runs through us all. The same life runs through all of us, threading itself in the patterns of our individuality. It is overall, in all, and through all. This overbrooding presence, this inner sense of a greater reality, bears witness to itself through our highest acts and in our deepest emotions. Everybody has felt this inner presence. It's impossible to escape our true nature. As we give in this season, the gift must be a symbol of our desire to impart, and it then shall multiply its benefits and do good. Love is warm. When heart speaks to heart, a divine conversation is taking place, a heavenly discourse. Each of us has something to give. Let us see that we give our best. If we bring our gifts to the altar of love, nothing less than the best will be acceptable. The giving will never deplete us because we're giving from an infinite warehouse, an infinite storehouse. We're giving the love of God, which we have an infinite supply of. So let's take a deep breath into our hearts. And let's allow ourselves to feel appreciation for this moment, for a family member, for a beloved pet. And notice how the heart fills with that appreciation, fills with that love. As we lean back into that love, into that appreciation, we feel it expand, fill our hearts, and fill our bodies. The joy of the Christmas spirit is eternally mine. This joy we're feeling now is ours eternally. The comfort of the Christ idea finds an abiding place in my consciousness. The Christ idea abides in our consciousness. My life is hid with Christ in God. This is from Colossians 3:3. Chapter 3, verse 3. That means that we are encompassed. Our Christ self is our true self, encompassed in the Godness of the universe. The inner self is the image and likeness of the Spirit of God. So as we have our awareness and our hearts full of love and appreciation, we can see, we can feel the likeness of the Spirit of God within us. I let that inner self come forth into expression in my life. The inner self comes forth in that expression in my life. The inner self will guide my feet into all truth and wisdom. The inner self guides my feet into all truth and wisdom. Christ within me is free from worry and can be hindered by no opposing force. Christ within me now is perfect. My Christ is within me. And as we bring our awareness one last time to our heart, to our Christ within us, we feel the love. We feel the ease. This is the easiest thing in the world because we are demonstrating our nature. We feel the illuminated spirit, and we feel the power of God in and around us. And we know that that mind of God is our mind, and it is a universal mind, it is all minds. And we realize that that Spirit of Christ illuminates us, energizes us, powers us throughout the day, whether we pay attention or not. But when we pay attention, it becomes easier and more loving and more powerful. And we're grateful for this energy. We're grateful for the knowledge to look for where the Christ within us is. And we release and let go of anything other than that. As we know and trust that the law will keep us safe, will keep us connected, will keep us loving, will keep us illuminated throughout the day and throughout this holiday season. And we affirm this in the name and through the power of the living Spirit of truth. So it is. Now, ChristineEss.
Stars are brightly shining,
it is the solstice. It's the shortest day of the year. Today the sun rose at about 7:55 a.m. and it's going to set at 4:21 p.m. We get a little more, almost 8.5 hours of daylight today, and a little more than 15.5 hours of darkness. So there's a lot of dark, which is why we're going to be talking a lot about our inner light and how we deal with the big dark by bringing our inner light. In Northern Europe, it's the holiday of Yuletide. This is celebrated in Poland, Germany, Scandinavian countries, England, Ireland, Scotland, all those places. And Yuletide, we would commemorate by bringing evergreen trees into the house and taking evergreen branches and making swaths or wreaths from them. You know, we still have this tradition. We also have the tradition of making light inside the house by burning the Yule log or by lighting candles, or, you know, these days we have electric candles that we burn and illuminate. Also by feasting. I brought a gingerbread house made by Christy and the grandchildren. Woo! And this commemorates gingerbread is one of the festive foods Northern Europeans would eat during Yuletide. And they sing songs and give gifts. So the gifting also comes from the Yuletide celebration. So Yuletide has a whole lot of things that we're celebrating and not even thinking that it's necessarily Yuletide. We're gonna talk today about movement and about movement and our inner life. It's funny, the title is Slither and Slime to the Sublime. And it's because we're going to talk about one of my favorite creatures in this region is slugs. When I grew up, slugs were very little creatures that I didn't much pay attention to. But these days, or around here, slugs are quite big, and we do a lot of things with it. But that will be in a little bit. I'm going to start off by talking about Edwin Gaines had 14 recommendations for improving your life, bringing more prosperity and more awareness to your life. And last week we did 7 of them, and all of them are on my Wednesday newsletter. So if you look in your newsletter, you get a list. But I will briefly hop over them because it's interesting and fun. And I recommend you find one or more of these that really appeals to you and start practicing. So the first is acknowledge others. And we all know the power of appreciation, the power of gratitude. But when you say it out loud to others, then other people get to benefit from your point of view. So you're sort of sprinkling them with sparkles by appreciating that. And all you're doing is saying what's true, what you already know is true in your heart. The second is open your heart. So allow everybody inside your heart space. And we know that scientists can measure, heart space. Our heart fields fill this room. So we are all inside each other's heart fields right now. But sometimes we don't want other people. There are particular people who we might not want inside our heart field. And Edwin recommends open it to them too. They aren't doing it the way you would have done it because they don't know better. And by opening your heart, you're not making it any worse for anybody. And you make it better for yourself because you can appreciate that not everybody had the benefit of your education and your practice. Feed your spirit. Every day, try to find something that elevates your spirit, that makes you pay attention to spirit. This helps you. Actually, let's have the 4 parts of our brains slide. Yeah, this one. So when we're feeding our spirit, you can see on our brain team, we've got the linear brain has got the planner and the protector there, keeping us in linear time, keeping us safe, keeping us with jobs. And then on the creative side, in the right brain, is the connector, which knows that there's no difference. That this part of our brain, the explorer and the connector, live outside of time and space and know they're at one with everybody else. So they have a very different point of view, and that is where, I think Ernest Holmes had a very strong connector and explorer, and he trained his planner and his protector to work well with it. And so this is what we do by feeding our spirit, is we're informing our planner and our protector of the reality that exists all the time for the connector and the explorer. Number 11 is welcome change. So changes always happen in people's lives. We always see changes around here. And our instinct is often to resist the change. But instead of resisting, what if we say, what kind of new opportunities are made available by this change? Could this change benefit me? And just by asking that question, that allows you to embrace change by finding out what about it is good for you or could be good for you. Let go. Release anything or anyone that doesn't empower you. You're magnificent, worthy beings, and you deserve a good support system around you. And it isn't just people. It's habits. It's anything that doesn't empower you. You can let go of it. Do something new. So this is expand your awareness by doing something new. Anything. We all have such wonderful things we do all the time, but if we learn to do something new, we can find even more wonderful things. And the last one is express gratitude to God. And so the idea is the more we notice the sweetness of life, the more the universe gives us. The universe can't be any nicer to us than we are to ourselves. And as we appreciate the universe, we find more of that which we appreciate. So thank you, Edwin Gaines, for those suggestions. And I've been finding by following them, it's really helping elevate things. So Ernest Holmes, in Living the Science of Mind, says, ask the question, do you wish to be happy? He says, this is a foolish question, for who doesn't wish to be happy? We used to think we had to be well in order to be happy, but we're actually finding that we need to be happy in order to be well. Happiness is more controllable, and it really improves your immune system. Happiness must be based on an inward sense of security, a sense of belonging to life and each other, a desire to give, to be kind and compassionate, and to be able to put ourselves in the other person's position. So most of our unhappiness comes from relationships with others. If we can't be happy unless some person or some group of people like us, then we haven't realized that we are complete within ourselves. We love if people love us and we love them back, but it's really all about knowing you're complete within yourselves and knowing that the reward is in being loving. Being loving is more powerful, more healing, more Christ-like than being loved. Being loved is wonderful, but loving is what I'm pushing for. And earnest. When we reach back to the true self, which is God in us, we shall have penetrated to the innermost depths of all people. So this is the other thing, is as we notice, there is one mind, and it is God's mind, and it is my mind, and it's your mind too, and yours, and yours, and yours. And so all your minds are right here, available to me. And as we live in that world, that is, we are connected, and we can know what each other wants, needs, and loves. Let's say this affirmation together. I walk with confidence and step into my best self. One more time.
I walk with confidence and step into my best self.
So we're going to talk about movement and how we move in lives and we physically move our bodies. So by bringing physical movement can bring us to ecstasy, bliss, and happiness, whether we move slowly or quickly. The energy generated through activities can lift our energy and spirits and move stuck energy and let go of stuck energy. As we shed the old and prepare for the new, we welcome a sense of joy and anticipation of the good that's forthcoming. So we can do deep self-care, rest, exercise, and spiritual practice, checking with loved ones, so we can find our way to the place of happiness, fun, fulfillment, and success. Whatever happiness, fulfillment, and success looks like for you. So slugs are, I warned you about the slugs. I was debating whether to show you a picture of a slug race and decided not to. I was like, will people enjoy this? So my daughter is a certified outdoor educator, and she used to do slug races with her kids all the time. And she put a strawberry in the center of a circle and put the slugs around the edge of the circle. The slugs at full speed go about 6 inches per minute. So those slugs are moving in the circle, and the kids, it's something even toddlers have the attention span for, is watching the slugs run, race. They don't really run. The way they move is their whole body is a foot. And they go on their slime. So they leave little slime trails as they move along. And what's nice about that is in the morning, if you look, you can tell whether slugs have been there because they leave little sparkling trails. Sometimes you don't like it if they leave sparkling trails and you can see they made a big bite out of your strawberry. But maybe you're grateful that they left some for you. You know, some. maybe a scratch. But in the woods you see slug trails, and it's just nice to see all this glittering stuff during slug time here. They can be quite determined. You know, slow and steady goes the race, like the race between the tortoise and the hare, where the hare could go much faster, but the tortoise ended up winning because he went slowly and steadily, whereas the hare took a break. Slugs can smell a strawberry from a quarter-mile away. And what scientists have done is gotten a very ripe strawberry and put the slugs a quarter-mile away and found that they will spend all day to get to that strawberry. That's how much it means to them. And as a gardener, I can tell you I have all sorts of tricks to keep them from getting my strawberries. Of course, then the squirrels get them, but I know farming is it's a very intellectual experience. There's like lots of different things you have to think about. But slugs, what we know about slugs, they're dependable, they're persistent. They have, by the way, a slug race in Ketchikan, Alaska every year. Kids all bring their slugs and they put them on a trampoline in the center of a circle, and whichever slug crawls to its kid first wins that round, and they have several rounds to discover who is the fastest slug. But it really is about 6 inches per minute. Not fast as we go, but if you keep it up all day, you can make it a quarter mile to your strawberry. So what's important about slugs is they move in a way that's different than we think about. And I think each of us are individuals. When we are moving through lives, none of us move exactly the same way as anybody else, or maybe not the same way as people have recommended for us at some point. But by moving our own way and going to our own destination, you know, maybe it's not strawberries for you, maybe it's blueberries or Carnegie Hall or something. We can, by loving our own individual way of moving, we can be slow and steady, and we can win the race, and we can reach our sublime goal, our sublime achievement. There's also a sacred dance of twirling and whirling. In Christmas time for Yuletide, they celebrate by having lots of ring dances. Sufi masters, have Sufi dances of world peace. And there are lots of forms of sacred activities and movements that shift us into heightened awareness. Christy and I got Christmas trees. We got Christmas trees, one for the kids, and the kids got the 30-pound Douglas fir, which goes up very easily, and you can lift with one hand. And we got the 80-pound noble fir, which is really heavy. And as you do with Christmas trees, we were putting it up in its base, and I was holding it, and Christy was trying to screw it into the base, but it kept falling over. And kept twisting it and turning it, and it kept falling over. And no matter what we did, it kept falling over. And finally, we thought, let's just start over again. So we lifted it up and put it back down. But it wasn't quite right. And so we did that a few times until it landed in the right alignment, and then we could screw it in, and it is now solid, filled with lights and ornaments and all the things a Christmas tree should have. But what's important is that it looked like it was right, except it wasn't right. And so we just had to move and try it again, and move and try it again. And until we finally were landed in the right place. And once we were in the right place, it's clear it was working, and we could do it. So it was good. We knew, we both had faith it was going to work. Neither of us were like, that's it, this is a defective Christmas tree. Let's throw it away, let's bring it back and get our money back. Instead, we were like, we know we can make this work. And it was our faith and our effort that made us, keep pushing through. And twisting a Christmas tree is the most difficult thing in the world, but it's illustrative of the kinds of things that you run into. Things don't work as easily as you thought. And, what do? You keep trying something, and then maybe you start over and look at it from a different point of view. Another kind of spiritual movement is Tai Chi. And I'm remembering the first day I did 5-element Tai Chi here at Genesis. Afterwards, Dave Hannock came up to me and said, that is a spiritual mind treatment. All those movements, all those elements is a spiritual mind treatment. And 2 years later, I agree.
Let's see, 2 years, all right.
I have faith in you. So, what I want to do is demonstrate and have us do the 5-element Tai Chi as a spiritual mind treatment. And so, the first part is recognition. And the 5-element Tai Chi has, it's the power of creation, it's the fire in the belly. And that's a recognition. A recognition is of the creative power of God. And today, our creative power, our attributes we're looking at are illumination and energy, our inward illumination and our energy for movement. And so we know that we live in a universe of illumination and energy. We can feel that in our center. We can feel that we can feel the flames going of illumination and energy. And we recognize that there is that tendency in us. And then it bursts forth, and then the rain comes, and the rain is unification. And the unification grabs all the energy and all the ideas of the illumination and energy, and then we pull them up into our body, which is the realization. We make that a part of us. We are that part of the universe. That illumination and energy is within us. And then we look around, and when we look around, we see the universe. We see our lovely friends, and we are grateful. We're thankful as we bring all the attributes of our friends into us. And we make them into a part of us. And then we release the final step of the spiritual mind treatment. We release and let go of anything we no longer need. We embrace the tiger. And the tiger is, on that chart of the right brain and left brain, the tiger is the part of us that lives in linear time. It's the protection. The tiger can keep us safe. The tiger has plans. Its plans is to kill something that it can eat. That is our tiger self, cuddly and fierce. And then after that, we go back to the mountaintop, where we've never left. And the mountaintop is the part of us in our creative brain, our explorer, and our connector that is always connected to everybody, always connected to everything, and constantly living in the flow of God's presence. And so let's do this a couple of times together. Anyone who feels like standing up to do a spiritual money treatment, Tai Chi. 2 or 3 times. Yes, that's right. You make space because at some point you're going to be standing like this. Okay, so first is the recognition where we feel the creative energy of the universe, and it comes from our spiritual wombs, and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger like a fire until it bursts forth. And then the unification of water comes and takes that energy and contains it in the water, brings it down, and then we pull it up through our roots, and we pull up it in the realization that we are that illumination, we are that energy. And then we look around at this beautiful world, this beautiful life. All our friends are here. It's our congregation. And everyone, we take their friendship, we take their ideas, we listen to their music, we are enjoyed by their technology. Everything we can learn and assimilate from them, we take into ourselves and make a part of ourselves, and then we release anything we no longer need, embrace the tiger that is our life so far, cuddly and fierce, and return to the mountaintop where we never left. So one more time. So here is the illumination and the energy building and building in our bellies until it bursts forth. And then the rain comes and we unify with it. And it becomes part of the rain and it energizes the rain, and then we pull up that energized water into us and we grow into a tree. And then we look around at all our friends, all our loved ones, with all their ideas, all their characteristics, all their love, all their generosity and resources, and we take that and make any part of it that we want, we turn it into a part of us and our realization, and then we release anything we no longer need, embrace the tiger that is our life so far, and return to the mountaintop where we never left. So thank you.
Thank you.
I had to do that once I figured out that Dave was right. I did it over and over again until it became natural. It is. Today's sermon, Dave was right. And still is.
And he's still cool.
And he's very cool. So, as a spiritual practice, we're encouraged to dance with positive intention. So, light fills the night. The inner light, the movement. So, it's Hanukkah. It is the 7th day of Hanukkah. Tomorrow is the last day. And I think I talked a little bit about the history of Hanukkah, that there was a religious dispute between the Greek rulers of Israel and the Israelis, who wanted to continue to follow their religion as they had practiced it through the centuries. And it ended up with the Greeks despoiling the temple, and then the Israelis attacked them, but the Greeks outnumbered them, and so the Israelis ended up hiding inside the temple. The Maccabees was what they were called, hiding inside the temple, and they only had enough oil to light the temple for one day. And it took 8 days to sanctify the oil. But what they ended up doing was that one day worth of oil lasted for 8 days. And that's the miracle of Hanukkah. And at that 8 days, armies came in from the countryside to relieve them, and they drove the Greeks out of Jerusalem, and they drove the Greeks out of Israel, and they became their own country. They didn't really drive them out. Jesus, as a young man, worked in a Greek city, so he was presumably fluent in Greek in Caesarea, but Israel ruled its country for a couple of hundred years after that. And metaphysically speaking, though, what this means, I think the Greeks represent the linear world, the world of doing things and living in time and staying safe, and all these activities. And religion represents our creative selves, or our God self, our selves that's connected one with everyone. And it's really easy for the outer world to say, no, this is too important, I don't have enough time, no religion, no spiritual practices, let's just get on and do my stuff. And that's not the way to lead a balanced life. And so our religious practice, our inner selves, our inner light, if we pay attention to our inner light, that will illuminate us. And in fact, that gives us the power, the energy, the insights, the ideas, and the means to be very successful in the outer world. But we have to pay attention to the inner light first. And even if it seems like you only have enough light for one day and you need 8 days, that light may last. At least it did one time 2,400 years ago. So, in the dark, one of the things we love about this time of year is to see all the beautiful Christmas lights and Christmas decorations, the way the dark is illumined these days. The other day, we walked our grandson to school every day, and there were probably 12 kids and parents who bicycled with Christmas lights on their bicycles to school. And so that's another thing you see. People bicycle to school in the spring, but they're not lit up. So, in this High Holy season, we need intention and attention to release, let go, and allow Spirit to guide us. We need to honor the pace of life that's calling us. If we can go at slug speed and be successful, because we know where that strawberry is. And if we know where that strawberry is, then that's where we're paying attention to our inner selves helps us. So let's once again say our affirmation. I walk with confidence and step into my best self.
I walk with confidence and step into my best self.
So I want to encourage us to keep moving physically and spiritually in your preferred way. Keep your inner light bright. And enjoy solstice. More light is imminent. Happy Hanukkah. Good Yuletide. God Jul is what they say in Swedish. And I will just bring us up with a brief treatment. I recognize an illuminated, energized universe in motion around us. Godness within me, Godness around me. I unify with this Godness energy, bring it in and through me. This is illumination in motion through me, in me, around me, interpenetrating me. I realize my oneness as this illumination moves my life into motion, releasing the old and welcoming the new. I'm grateful for participation in this loving, illuminated, energized God presence. And I can release anything I no longer need, trusting in the law to support me as Spirit on earth. And the law supports all of us as Spirit on earth as we go through this season of darkness and yet lots of inner light radiating out in us and everybody we connect with and we see. And I wish us all, I see us all having a beautiful, lovely holiday season. And now, everybody should have a prayer card, or at home, you should be able to find GenesisCSL.org has an opportunity for you to type in prayers. And demonstration is, I encourage you to write that first, is just to think about how you've had prayer demonstrated to yourself in the past. When have you had prayer come true? And then the prayer, you can pray for yourself or for others, a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of need. And that prayer goes for a practitioner core who's flooded with prayers, flooded with God energy, and that goes to live in the eternal, filled with energy. And that will be your strawberry that you can go to, no matter how long your prayer will be manifested. beautiful music from ChristineEss.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. I'm away, they say. We don't want to broken hearts. Learn to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the showers wanna cut me down, gonna spell of light, gonna drown out. I am brave, I am bruised,
I am like that. Yep.
who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching out to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, oh, another round of bullets hits my skin. I'm far away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricade and reaching for the stars. We are warriors, and that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the shadows wanna cut me down, gonna set a fire, gonna drown out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna set a fire, gonna drown out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Thank you so much. Genesis is a community dedicated to love, inspiring harmony, and creating connections that empower spiritual growth. And we love that you are here to share it with us. This is an invitation to participate in circulation, to connect with abundance and generosity. Your participation makes this all possible. We truly appreciate your support. Take a moment to craft a financial gift. If you're on Facebook, please visit our website at genesiscsl.org, or you can text your tithe to 206-800-7595. prayer requests and offering cards to our heart as we say our offering blessing together. Divine love,
Through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am thankful.
Gideon will now collect the offering and prayer cards. While they do, please stand and sing, I give because I believe. Recognizing the power of stepping into the flow of divine goodness, we allow ourselves to receive as we give, embracing the circulation of bounty for all. And so it is.
It is.
So thank you for joining us here. Please join us after service for food and fellowship. I'll be in the alcove for those who'd like to pray with me. Wishing everybody, and there's book club today. Doing games. Wishing everybody a week filled with joy, love, and true connection. Please stand and sing our closing song, Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Merry Christmas.